Actually, I think Wayne might have had wine when he did his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Wayne Goddard of New York City.
It might be a little awkward for me to hold.
I think more than anything about Brooke, it's her internal drive. She has a drive that you can see that whatever it is she chooses to do in life, she's going to be the best at it, and it just amazes me.
My favorite thing about Wayne is his thoughtfulness. He's always thinking about the things that I love the most in life, and he always thinks of ways that he can do those things or give those things to me, and I love that about him. Wayne and I met in a bar, a restaurant in the Upper West Side. It's called Brother Jimmy's.
I had a brother, Jimmy's.
And I was completely taken aback by how attractive I thought he was. And so I felt a little bit nervous.
When I first met her, she actually told me she was on her way to a Canada Day celebration. We had a good time talking about traveling and life and, the things that we've experienced and accomplished and what we want to do later in life. I found out a lot of things about her, and the most important one that shocked me was that out of all the countries she had been to, she had never been to Italy, and also that I'd been to more countries than she has.
But we had lots of really good conversation, and we had so much in common. And he loved to travel and had been to more countries than I had been, which was something that I was really impressed by, and is another thing that I love so much about him. So we really hit it off. Weightlifting? Yep.
I can actually give you a list of things. I think it's going to be traveling. I think, some days, let's say she's had a hard day at work, a nice glass of wine, and then on the weekend, a nice massage to help relax herself.
Definitely Wayne. And they're all sneakers.
Wow, I'm actually going to admit this on camera. Considering the fact that I take up more of the closet space in our apartment, that is going to be me. Between the sneakers and shoes and whatever else, I'm taking up closet space-wise in our home.
He's had every iPhone since the very first one came out, and I'm not sure what he would do in life without his iPhone. He's very attached to it.
I think it's pretty obvious, my iPhone. Second being that, the gym. Can't get in the way of me in the gym.
My passport.
Right now, I think the game Candy Crush is something that apparently has become her addiction. So I think between Candy Crush and a glass of wine.
Yeah. He drinks a lot of protein shakes, and he drinks at least 1 or 2 a day. So probably in a year, he's pushing 400 liters.
Oh, Brooke. My little Brooke can be a little bit messy.
And probably have a little liter. A little.
We're working through it together.
Definitely an airline.
Let's see, what airline could we find to sponsor us? I would say it would be a combination, a joint venture by British Airways and Air Canada.
And it would have to be an international airline because any American airlines are just so crappy these days.
I think it was 2012 when we went to Italy.
One of my favorites was last year for my birthday when he surprised me with the trip to Italy.
At that point, she didn't know we were going to Italy. A couple days before, I did tell her that actually, it was about a month or so before I told her that we were going on a trip. A couple days before, I told her the climate that we would be going to. So the day comes, and we're going to Italy. Now, Brooke doesn't exactly like to give a lot of time before going to the airport. She prefers the let's go from the taxi, running all the way through the airport, diving onto the plane as they close the doors. I, however, prefer to take my time and get to the airport on time. So, being that this happened, we basically drove my car to the airport, rushing, breaking many laws along the way. Safely, of course, parents, safely. And We get to the airport finally, we make it to the check-in counter with literally 1 minute to spare. And the way how she was supposed to find out about this was she was supposed to actually scan her passport through and find out at the ticket counter where we were going. It didn't work out as planned, but it did work out where the ticket agent asked us where we're going. And I had to tell her that we were going to Rome, and just the look in her eyes and just the entire experience of just getting to the airport and that entire trip is something I'll never forget.
It was a time that I really realized how well he knew me, because he had planned everything exactly how he knew I would want to enjoy it. It was really special.
I think just not knowing on any given day what we're going to experience.
You never know what you're going to get every day. It's always an adventure.
And that's something I greatly look forward to, a lifetime with her.
We get to do it forever.